it is pretty much a sideshow. It appears that, of course, both sides of the political spectrum really want to make changes to Section 230, but of course, they do disagree on what changes are to be made. So, even though Google, Facebook, and Twitter have already taken steps to improve content quality management, we actually do think that Congress is going to introduce some changes to Section 230, no matter what the election results will be. But it remains a sideshow, and it's mainly because we're actually, at the same time that we're seeing these executives testify in front of Congress, we're actually seeing recovery in online advertising, in ad spending, digital ad spending. So for the time being, it is pretty much a sideshow.
Right. The main show, of course, being earnings, and we have a slew of them hitting the screen later today. I just want to get your sense on the price action, because Nancy and I were having this back and forth on what do the investors look for within the numbers out there for big tech, essentially given the fact that after this big sell-off overnight, given the uncertainty, do you want to let the uncertainty settle a bit, or do you still want to buy the dips at this point in time? Because any dip is an opportunity when it comes to a secular trend that these tech companies have enjoyed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it really depends which names you're talking about, right? So, for example, we do actually find Alphabet pretty attractive even at these levels. We don't think that basically the expectancy of recovery in advertising and online ad spending is priced into the stock yet. Of course, they are suffering from the downturn that we've seen in travel and entertainment, which represents a big chunk of their search ad revenue. But overall, the YouTube side of the business is doing very well. And the same can be said about the cloud side of the business, which is growing pretty impressively. And then regarding Facebook, we think it's pretty fairly valued right now. The risks associated with that company, I think, when it comes to regulation, when it comes to different political views and so forth, and especially the uncertainty that's surrounding the elections, I think that's higher for Facebook as it's compared to, let's say, an Alphabet or a Google. And then with Twitter, we do find that it is a little bit overvalued. And Twitter is in a different area, in our opinion. It's more good at attracting brand advertising. And we think that it's still going to take some time for brand advertising overall to come back compared with, let's say, direct response or targeted advertising.